Good morning. So let's talk about being crucified with Christ. So I'm going to read one verse. That's it. Galatians 2:20. I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God, who gave himself for me. So I want to ask you today, are you crucified with Christ? So there's a difference in crucified and being crucified. So are there struggles that you have? Is there resistance that you have? Are you fighting against something? Are there needs that you still have? If so, then you are not crucified. Dead men don't want. Dead men don't need. Dead men don't resist. Dead men don't struggle. They just are. So have you died to Christ? Being crucified is being confronted by those things and enduring the process of death, of not needing those things, of losing attachment to those things. I want to ask you in this moment, do you want to be crucified? Do you want to die to Christ? Do you want Christ to live in you? Not just be present in you, but to live in you. Are you ready for the attachment to those things that you hold dear to you to die? Are you really ready to release and to let go? I want to ask you, if you are, will you let God use the tools that He so desires in order to allow that crucifixion to take place? Some of you guys are bothered and upset with the process that God is taking you through that you don't have, that you don't get to, that you're struggling, that you're set apart and not like the others, so the way you live is restricted to you and you alone. You don't see anyone else that has the same demand that you do. And you're struggling with it. But what if the struggle is exactly what is necessary to crucify you? What if the struggle is exactly where you need to be in order for death to take place? Will you let go? Will you release? Will you lose your will and give it over to God? Think about the finality of death and what it takes for that to happen. It's permanent. It's final. But you think about the crucifixion with having your hands and your feet nailed to the cross and hanging as life drains from your body. And how bad and severe that was. I don't believe that was the worst part for Christ. Look at all the moments leading up to it. All the disbelief. All of the setup to kill the people that were against him. The mocking. The spitting. The denial. The betrayal. The beating. The flogging. The whipping. The slapping. The crucifixion is the worst death one could undergo. Gosh. But indeed, the crucifixion was a slow one. Death occurred slowly over time. All of the rejection. You know, Jesus felt when he went to Mary and Martha and saw all the grief. Jesus wept. Jesus wept. Imagine how he felt in that process leading to the cross. Who did he have? But very few. Are you willing to allow the Lord to use whatever means is necessary in your life right now to crucify you? If there's stuff you're still struggling with, stuff you're still resisting, you are not crucified. You are being crucified. How do we get to this point where we die to ourselves, truly die to ourselves, where we truly lose our lives, where we truly give it all to God, where we truly embrace, not my will, but your will? You see, you can't look at it in human standards and in a human way, in an earthly way. No. Only the Lord knows what you need in order to be crucified unto him. Will you let him do it? I know it hurts. I know it does. I know it's hard. I know you don't understand. I know you feel alone. I know you're not feeling love right now. But will you still allow him to do what is necessary to finish it? In this moment, surrender to the Lord. Take up your cross, follow him.